Yeah. I built my throne in the shadow where nobody look. Wrote my name on the walls before they opened the book. They was sleeping on the corner while I studied the game. Now the ones who never saw me are the ones saying my name. Started with a hunger that nobody could fill. Every closed door was a lesson, every loss was a drill. I don't need the spotlight, I need the result. What I built in the darkness is an empire, not a cult. Shadow throne, I was made in the dark. Shadow throne, from a flicker to a spark. Every king who ever rose was once invisible and cold. I've been waiting for this moment since before I was old. Second verse in the bass is the only crown I wear. I move through every room like nobody knows I'm there, until the moment that I want them all to see. Then the shadow lifts and suddenly it's only me. Patience is a weapon that the hungry ought to stand. I've been sharpening this edge with every setback and demand. Shadow throne, built without applause. Shadow throne, I don't need your laws. They drew the map and left out where I plan to go, so I folded up their version and I made my own below. Shadow throne, rising from the ground. The quietest ambition makes the most lasting sound. Watch me take the seat they said was never mine to claim. Built it out of nothing, shadow silence, hunger flame. Shadow throne, this is where I belong. In the dark where all the real ones have been building all along. Shadow throne, shadow throne, in the dark where all the real ones have been building all along. Shadow dark. Four walls in the ceiling and the silence I know well. Every echo in this room has got a story it could tell. I don't call nobody, nobody calls me back. Just the hum of the city and the weight of the black. I've been sitting with my thoughts like they're the only ones who stay. Every person that I trusted slowly drifted away. Empty room, empty chair, empty side of the bed, full of everything I felt but never once actually said. Empty room, just me in the dark, hollow at the heart. Everything I needed was the one thing I couldn't keep. Empty room, too quiet to sleep. I trace the outline of the space where someone used to be. The negative of a presence that was everything to me. I don't reach out anymore, I just sit inside the still, learning how to carry what I never chose to feel. Second verse in the bass holds the weight tonight. I've been talking to my shadow, cause my shadow always right and never judges what I done or what I failed to do. Empty room is where I come to find a version that is true. Empty room, this is where I live. Empty room, nothing left to give. Stripped it down to just the silence in the floor. Empty room, I don't need anything more. I made a peace with the lone that used to terrify. Now the quiet is the only place I feel alive inside. No performance, no pretending, no one watching how I stand. Just the empty room receiving everything I am. Empty room, hear me in the low. Empty room, the only place I know where the truth don't need an audience to exist. Empty room, everything I missed, everything I missed, everything I missed, everything I missed. Empty room, everything I missed. Empty room, everything I missed. Empty room, everything I missed.
Smiled at me with both hands behind your back. I never thought to check for what you plan to extract. Knife in the dark, you knew exactly where to aim. Learned the art of trust just so you could play the game. I gave you access to the rooms I kept locked tight. You studied every corner, then you vanished in the night. No warning and no reason and no word to explain. Just the outline of your absence in a cold familiar pain. Knife in the dark, I never heard it coming. Knife in the dark, the silence was your running. Everything you promised was a blueprint for the wound. Knife in the dark, you knew and I assumed. I don't carry anger now, I carry something colder. The kind of understanding that that you only get when older. Every person taught me something, you taught me the most. How to read the room for knives before you let somebody close. Second verse in the bass is the only loyal thing. It don't pretend, it don't deceive, it don't wear a ring. I put my trust in frequencies that never turn around. Knife in the dark, I found my solid ground. Knife in the dark, I see the blade now. Knife in the dark, I found a new vow to protect the parts of me that still believe in real. Knife in the dark, you taught me how to feel. I kept the scars a reminder, not a wound. A map of where I've been and everything I've consumed. Knife in the dark, it made me what I am. Sharper than the blade you used and steadier than I began.
One by one they fell away and left me in the cold. Everyone who said they'd stay was lying when they told. I looked around the battlefield when all the smoke had cleared. Last man standing, everything I lost and everything I feared. They came at me in waves and I absorbed every blow. Didn't show the damage cause the damage doesn't show. Kept my feet beneath me when the ground was giving way. Last man standing at the end of every single day. Last man standing, still here in the grave. Last man standing, I was built to stay. Everything they threw just made the foundation strong. Last man standing, this is where I belong. I buried all the versions of myself that couldn't cope. Held on to the one that still believed there was hope. Survival isn't glory, it's just putting one foot down. After everything collapsed and tried to pull you to the ground. Second verse and the bass is the last thing that holds. When the melody runs out and the warmth finally goes cold, I keep my breathing steady when the panic wants it. Last man standing is how every story begins. Last man standing, counted out too soon. Last man standing, under a cold moon. Every scar I carry is a medal I have earned. Last man standing, this is what I learned. That the ones who disappear were never meant to stay. And the ones still standing find a different kind of way. Not the loudest or the strongest, just the last to give in. Last man standing, this is where I begin. Last man standing, watch me from the ground. Last man standing, I am still around. When the dust settles and the noise finally fades. Last man standing through the longest of days. Last man standing.
I used to carry every expectation like a weight. Every opinion that was handed me, I wore it like a fate. Woke up one morning and the change just felt different. Like the things that used to hold me had become irrelevant. Took me years to understand that I could just walk out from the version of myself built on everyone else's doubt. No permission and no notice and no goodbye to give. No chains left, just the open space to live. No chains left, nothing holding me down. No chains left, I don't need your crown. Everything I thought I owed was a story I was told. No chains left, and I finally feel whole. I don't move fast now. Free don't mean in a rush. Free means choosing every step without the fear of the crush of expectation and obligation and the weight of the gaze. I move through my own life now in my own kind of ways. Second verse and the bass is the only pull I feel. The gravity of something true, the gravity of real. Not a chain, more an anchor to the sound. No chains left, but the music keeps me beautifully bound. No chains left, open road ahead. No chains left, living for myself instead. All the cages I was given, I have quietly outgrown. No chains left, and I walk this path alone, not lonely, just free in the way that matters most. Free from the version of myself I was never supposed to host. No chains left, finally just me. No chains left. This is what it means to be unshackled from the narrative they wrote before I spoke. Free to be the person that I was before I broke. No chains left, hear it in the low. No chains left, watch me let it go.
Yeah. I used to hide them underneath the long sleeves in the night. Pretend the marks weren't there if I just kept them out of sight. But scars don't lie, they hold the record of the real. Everyone a chapter of a thing I had to feel. I stopped covering them up somewhere around year 3. Started understanding they were just a map of me, not ashamed to carry, not a story to erase. Scars don't lie, they're the truth written on my face. Scars don't lie, they remember everything. Scars don't lie, through the suffering, every wound that healed became a reason I survived. Scars don't lie, that's how I know I'm alive. I met a man who had no scars and couldn't understand why the ones who've been through everything were quickest with a hand. The ones who haven't suffered think the suffering should hide, but the ones who know the cost of it wear everyone with pride. Second verse of the bass is the oldest scar I own, the one that taught me how to turn the darkness into home. I don't polish it or frame it, I just let it breathe. Scars don't lie, and neither do I underneath. Scars don't lie, rid them if you want. Scars don't lie, everyone a font of information about everything I've been. Scars don't lie, they're the truest thing I've seen. So show me someone perfect and I'll show you someone close. The ones who never broke and haven't opened what is exposed. Scars don't lie, they make me who I am. Scars don't lie, this is not a diagram. It's a life written in the language of survive. Every scar a sentence in a story, I'm alive. Scars don't lie, hear it in the low. Scars don't lie, this is all I know. This is all I know. It's all I know. It's all I know. This is all I know.
The hour before the dawn is the longest one I know. When the dark is at its deepest and there's nowhere left to go. Every doubt I ever bury finds me right there in that space. Before the dawn, it's just the darkness in my face. I've been here 1,000 times and left 1,000 times alive. Something in the stillness tells me I was built to survive. The 4 AM is honest in the way the daylight ain't. Before the dawn, there's no performance and no paint. Before the dawn, just the truth in me. Before the dawn, what I'm meant to be. Stripped of every mask I wear to face the day. Before the dawn, I find what's here to stay. I talk to God or something like it in that silent hour. Ask the darkness for the kind of clarity that has some power. Not the answers, just the courage to accept what's real. Before the dawn is where I go to actually feel. Second verse in the bass is the heartbeat of the night. Steady in the dark, long before it finds the light. I stopped fearing the before and started living in it more. Before the dawn, that's what silence is for. Before the dawn, when the world is still. Before the dawn, I've been but never will. Break beneath the weight of what I haven't faced. Before the dawn, no moment goes to waste. So let the darkness have its hour, it deserves the time. Every dawn that ever broke was built on nights like mine. Before the dawn, hear it in the low. Before the dawn, this is how I grow. Before the dawn, before the dawn, before the dawn, before the dawn.
Got everything I asked for and it weighs more than I thought. Every trophy on the shelf is something precious that I bought. Not with money, with the years and with the people that I lost. Way to go. Nobody tells you what it costs. They show you all the shine but never show you all the trade. Every brilliant thing I built left something dimmer in the shade. The friendships that I missed and all the moments I walked past. Way to go. Nothing heavy ever lasts. Way to go. Beautiful and crushing. Way to go. No point in rushing to a finish line that costs you more than you can pay. Way to go. I carry it today. I look at what I built and I feel proud and hollow. Both two feelings living side by side like summer lives with cold. The ones I left behind to get hit and sign for this. Way to go. Built on what I miss. Second verse in the bass is the goal I can't put down. The sound itself is heavy like a city, like a crown. I wear it cause it's mine now, cause I paid the price in full. Way to go. Feel the steady pull. Way to go. I do it all again. Way to go. Through the loss and pain, but I'd hold the people tighter on the way up to the top. Way to go. Wish somebody told me not to stop. Looking back at everything I sacrificed along the road, I still believe the goal was worth the weight I had to hold. Way to go. Hear it in the low. Way to go. Now you finally know. Way to go. Way to go. Way to go. Way to go. Now you finally know. Way to go. 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 I've been searching for the edges of myself for a long time, running every border trying to find a finish line, but the map keeps moving outward every time I think I'm done. Where I end is not a place beneath the sun, it's a feeling.
Like the moment that you stop the fight, not giving up, just understanding what is right. The difference between surrender and the choice to just be still. Where I am is somewhere past the need for will. Where I am, the noise finally quits. Where I am, everything just fits. Not the triumph that I imagined when I started out. Where I am, it's past the need to shout. I used to think the ending was a place I recognize, a destination with a view and something like a prize. But where I am is quieter than anything I planned. Where I am, I finally understand. Second verse and the bass fades like a tide going out, leaving just the outline of what everything's about. I don't hold on to the sound as it dissolves away. Where I am is where I learn to stay. Where I am, no more running now. Where I am, I found the why and how of everything I chased across a lifetime. In the dark, where I am was always from the start. So this is where the album closes and the silence takes the room. Not an ending but a breathing space between the now and soon. Where I am, hear it in the low. Where I am is all I'll ever know, and that is enough. That has always been enough. Where I am enough.